Joey, just off the bye, did you get away at all? How'd you spend it?
I was in Melbourne actually. Had my player agent accreditation, funnily enough. So I was at work, but most of the other boys got away. A little bit of a mental break. It's really, an 11-day break for us with the Thursday game, so not too much time to switch off physically, but it was good.
How did the review of the Sydney game go? Have you done that before the bye, or you just went straight up?
A bit of both. We had a bit of a review straight after the game, and then we did a bit when we came back to the club. Obviously disappointing. I mean, to lose by that much against stuff that we planned for as well. It wasn't like Sydney came out and played a brand new type of footy. They did what they did well, and we couldn't stop it. So that was the most disappointing part about the Sydney game. But wonderful thing, footy. We move on pretty quickly.
Sometimes players talk about when you stop, maybe the body doesn't come back as quick. You get used to the knocks and the bruises and bumps, and you get up week to week. What's it like coming back from a bye and having that sort of Thursday night and you've got to be on straight away?
Obviously, seeing the bye has been introduced over the past couple of years, and I think it's needed. You get to sort of around the mid part of the year and you're starting to get pretty sore, and it doesn't take too long to refresh. 2-3 days of a bit of a break and missing that weekend of footy, it really, it acts as a midpoint for the season to sort of launch for the second half. So, I think it's important for players to have that break. But like I said, it was sort of it's a shorter break for us with the 11-day break, but we get sort of another extended break after the Essendon game as well. So I think the schedule's worked out nicely for us.
So player agent, that's something you want to do post for?
Yeah, it's possible. Just adding strings to the bow, but hopefully end of footy's not too soon. But I'll study and upskill myself as much as possible, so just adding a few avenues.
Any prospective clients lined up?
Oh yeah, Natanui, McGovern, Yo, Darling, just all the high earners. I'm sure they're all just running to come my way. No one teed up. The current managers do a pretty good job, I think, so I'll just stick to playing for the time being.
How would you like to handle Nick Nat's new contract?
Yeah, it'd be an interesting one. I don't know how much it's been in the public eye, but he's obviously had his injuries. I mean, it's no secret. He's done 2 knees and he's a big unit, and there's no guarantees for him. So it'd be a difficult one being his manager, but you see the upside as well. He's all Australian, changes the game when he's playing. So it'd be a bit of an balancing act. But as a player and as a teammate, I want him on my team. So I'll be hoping to get that done sooner rather than later.
We hear he's ready. Would you pick him Thursday night?
Luckily, I'm not paid money to select teams, but obviously we're going to have Nick back in the team as soon as possible. Is what he does for us as a footy club. You've been able to watch it with your own eyes, but he's a pretty big difference maker. So when he's ready, we'll have him back in the team. I'd love him back Thursday night, but it'll be to do with when he's ready. And I just play and hope he gets named next to me.
What's he been like out in the training track, Scully? Because he's been back there for some time in that main group. What are you seeing out there from Nick on the track? Yeah,
he's looking good. I probably don't see as much in the middle, a little bit far away in the goal square. But when he's been down forward, he's looking explosive and looking pretty normal. Given he's had 12 months off and it's the second time around for him. So I think he learned a lot from the first Rico that he had. And he's been able to put that into a more practical sense. So, when he's come back into training, he's more ready than he was. So, yeah, he's looking good. I can't fault him as yet.
So I think you said you think he's more ready than he was. Is that sort of better place than you think the second time around?
Yeah, look, he had some complications last time around, which was, it's a learning experience with anything you do. He'd never come back from such a significant injury, and giving his size and shape and the way he plays, I think he had probably a few setbacks along the way in the first time around that this time he's been able to have a smoother rehab, and hopefully that puts him in good stead for the back half of this year.
There's the new starting positions, the 6-6-6, and obviously him coming back can have a major impact, but realistically what impact could he have on the side if he was to come back and start playing senior footy again in the next week or two?
Oh, look, I think his strengths have always been his centre bounce work. That's his number one strength, but throwing him forward as well, it's probably a different look. He's not going to go and play 120 minutes in the ruck. He never has, even when he hasn't been coming off knee reconstruction. So I think what he's able to do forward and be a bit of a dangerous target up there for us will be interesting. But his ruck work and his ability to beat his man in the ruck is our number one strength. And I wouldn't like to be on the back end of copping him first game back. I'll tell you that.
Couple of other injury concerns to players: the captain Bunga and also Yowie. How do you think they're placed at the moment?
Look, I think they've both trained at the start of this week, so ideally they'll be playing. Yowie back-to-back best and fairest, and Shannon premiership captain. They're both very important players to our team, so there's no different to Nick though. When they're ready, they'll come back into the team, but hoping they'll play this week, but I'm going to say I've got no idea.
So training, has that been main training or more just part of the training?
The main training's today, so just doing what we usually do, which has been pretty light at the start of the week.
Essendon got you this time last year, same place, obviously same situation around it. How do you stop their run, which is obviously probably their biggest asset? Yeah,
they look good. I watched them on the weekend. They're not playing very dissimilar to what they did last year against us. They got terrific, powerful runners in their back line that really take the game on, and they've got a great midfield as well. So not slowing them down and letting them have non-pressure kicks in their forward line. It's a difficult task, especially as a backman. So they're really in form, and we'll be doing everything we can to slow them down. Really put pressure on them, like we do every week. And obviously we weren't able to do that against Sydney, but it's a new week, and hopefully we've learnt from past experience.